2NURFM News. For our sponsor, Terrace Boating, new life jackets for $74.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Thandi Chindove with 2NURFM Hunter News. Labour has again announced its promise to establish a Hunter Transport Authority if elected next week. With Sydney bureaucrats making the region's transport decisions, the party is insisting the Hunter would receive better consultation and be involved in the decision-making process. Shadow Minister for the Hunter, Sonia Hornery, says the Hunter Transport Authority would incorporate a 20-year plan.
It will have responsibility, and that's the authority for consultation and planning. Very importantly, a preparation of a 20-year-long master plan for Hunter transport and preparation of a yearly report to make sure that the master plan is being enacted. So there's lots of other things that we'll be doing, but
the Greens have today announced plans to eliminate scripture classes and religious education in the Hunter secular public schools. According to Greens MP John Kay, religion is a private matter and children shouldn't be subjected to any form of pressure or indoctrination in government schools. John Kay says the removal of religious education in secular public schools is long overdue.
Parents send their children to public schools thinking they're safe from the influences of religion, and yet still this exists. After 150 years, we still have religion in public schools. It's time to get rid of it.
Maitland could see $250,000 invested in the city's historic showground grandstand if the Baird government is re-elected into office. According to Liberal candidate for Maitland, Steve Thompson, the commitment is great news for the iconic feature, and it shows the Baird government is listening to the community's needs. The money, combined with a $200,000 anonymous donation, would allow the Hunter River Agricultural and Horticultural Association to completely restore the structure. Cessnock residents will be pleased to know they're going green following the proposal of a green bin service set to be introduced by 2016. Council will receive a grant of over $750,000 under the Waste Less, Recycle More initiative to offset the cost of providing green bins to residents, with the bin service set to provide for the diversion of garden waste via a fortnightly collection. Council's Environment and Waste Manager Michael Alexander says by diverting the organic material, landfill life is extended.
Methane is 21 times more damaging than carbon dioxide, so landfill is our major carbon contributor or greenhouse gas contributor. So any inroad we can make that reduces that impact is a step in the right direction.
The 50th anniversary launch is wrapping up at the University of Newcastle's Callaghan campus as a year of celebrations get underway. Starting with only 1,700 students when it first opened, today there are more than 40,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students learning and researching across the university's 6 campuses. Vice-Chancellor Carolyn Macmillan says the founders would be proud of what their university has become.
It's what those founders, the indomitable founders, what Okmuti and Macmillan might have been saying as they're looking at us leaning against a tree with a sort of sceptical eye, but hopefully a very real sense of quiet pride in what has been achieved.
In finance, the All Ords is up 5 points at 59.18 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 76.79 US cents. Now it's sport, Jorja Cowan.
A wooden spoon for the Jets could damage the careers of the players, as well as being an embarrassing experience for all, according to tomorrow's captain, Daniel Mullen. A loss in the game against the Western Sydney Wanderers will leave them trailing behind by 3 points, with all remaining games against the teams fighting for the top spot. Coming last could impact the negotiating power of players coming to the end of their contracts. Titans recruit Daly Cherry Evans is already getting the club into trouble, allegedly attempting to persuade Knights star Dane Gagai to join him in transferring. Cherry Evans is still contracted with the Manly Sea Eagles until the end of the season. The private call allegedly happened after the Titans placed an official offer alongside the Knights and the Broncos. And Stockton and Swansea Rugby League teams have been allowed to enter the second division competition after tense negotiations between the Newcastle Rugby League and the Country Rugby League. In an attempt to protect the new open age division, players will have to be available for all age selection, or the clubs could face fines, suspensions or loss of points. That's Sport. I'm Jorja Cowan.
2 in your FM news time is 2:05.